Good morning and welcome to Morning Coach. Today, I am so glad you're with us. Hey, it's JB, episode 5379. Excited. We are in July. This is a great time. Those of you just getting started, perfect time for you. For those of you getting started, those of you who've been with me, this is a perfect time to step back. We're going to take a look at the plan this month. How are things going? How's your mission going? You know, are you on track? Are we moving forward towards our goals for this year? I'm excited because I got a big one coming up in a few days. I'm doing my run on the 4th of July, and I'm going to try to break 21 minutes. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Bought some new shoes. Got the Vapor Flies from Nike ready to go. Hamstrings feeling good. I'm excited about that. And then obviously I'll set some more goals. I actually was thinking about doing an ultra marathon. Never say never, because I said I would never do long runs, but I might just do it. There's just something about this running that I'm falling in love with. Okay, so where are we at? Okay, it's July. Okay, so this is our check month. So if you've got your planner, this is a good time to pull it out. Even if you're not using it and you need these sheets, up in the community, in the resources area, our sheets, we have the Rosebud Thorn and the Life Wheel. This is two good checks for you to use. The Rosebud Thorn is, rose is something that's going okay, bud is something that's blooming, and thorn is something that's a pain in your rear. I would love for you to share those in the community. It's a great way to share is to, come to the meetup and talk about your Rosebud Thorn. You look at in the meetup area to look at the next scheduled meetup that we're doing. Okay, so Rosebud Thorn, that's a good one to do. If you're using the planner, go ahead and write it right in the planner. Life Wheel is another one where you're rating your 0 to 10. How are you doing in each area of your life? It's a good area to look at. We've actually linked it, thanks to Jurgen and the group, wanting that. You can go back and look at your last one and see, where are you at? What are you making improvements? What areas do you need to improve? This is a good time to start checking the things within our system, okay? And we make adjustments accordingly. That's why this is a year-long coaching program, because we're looking at things that are constantly changing. A couple things that are going on then. We're checking our plan. Then this week, obviously, we've got our morning ritual, which we get up, you take time for self-care, listen to the CoachCast, plan your day with the 7 Ps, organize your planner. Those are things that we should be doing on a daily basis. Make sure we're doing that. And we're going to get into some self-expression this month. We're going to talk about creativity and communication and listening, public speaking, a bunch of really cool topics this month to help you get better as you evolve in things that you're doing, okay? In fact, our book study I'm really excited about is The Creative Way, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. And that was funny because Vitas was saying that he's seen him at the Sound or at some of the shows in Vegas. But the book is really good. It's a creative book, and we're going to go through it. Again, you don't have to buy the books for our book studies. This is something you don't have to do. Just know that the book studies are there for us to study, and I'm going to go over the basics and the structure of it, but you don't have to buy the book, okay? The other thing I want to know, I'll make a note of, is that we are not partners with our books. Some of the books, we don't even know the people. I don't know Rick Rubin, right? So they're for study. They're for outside study of our in our program. So it's not something that you have to do. We've got a lot going on, as you know, and if you want to get in the book studies, great. Rick Rubin, if it's something like, wow, this is good. If not, just tune in Tuesdays, and I'll be going over that with you. So today we're doing self-expression. Tomorrow we're starting our book study, The Creative Way. Wednesday we're going to talk about getting over the fear of creation and getting out there. Thursday is the 4th of July, so I'm just going to do a quick show. It's the day of my run. So we're going to go over that. Friday, we're going to talk a little bit about the run, and I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to record immediately after that or sometime during that day. So Friday after the run, you will get the results of what I did. Did I break the goal? Did I not break the goal? How did I do? I'm going to share that with you. Saturday, of course, Dr. Paul brings us wonderful ideas on health. And then Sunday, we've got having a creative spirit. So we got a really good week plan. We got a really good month plan. It's summer. It's energy. It's a time to, you feel the heat. You feel the passion. I get it. Everybody kind of gets into the summer flow. And I get it. I get into the summer flow too, but it is a great time to create. It's a great time to kind of look at your plan and structure and your daily productivity. I know I've had to step back a couple times and go, okay, what am I really accomplishing? And, my writing, I want to get better at that. And by the way, those of you in the writing group, I'm going to be providing you a lot of different things. So make sure you're checking in there. There's a metaphysical group and the metaphysical chat. Those are the writing groups for everybody. You can go in there. Metaphysical chat, because I'm talking finances and some other things, you have to apply. And if you haven't applied for that, I want to, just hit us up at info@morningcoach.com. These are not courses. These are years of experience of me just giving and teaching you things that I'm doing. Okay. So it's not like there's any structure or curriculum. We're just going over ideas and thoughts and communicating things. So in the book study group, I'm going to go through what I'm doing and how I'm working with my book. I'm going to put up my actual proposal that I spent $5,000 on to get written, that I got my book deal. Okay. Well, you're going to have that up there. And then I'm going to talk about the structure of books. All that fun stuff is up there. And that's just outside of everything we're doing at Morning Coach. Okay. That has nothing to do with like Morning Coach. I'm doing that because I want this to be the best system in the world. Really do. I want it not only be here for daily productivity and planning and structuring, but whatever area that you're working on, you've got those people that you can connect with in our community, which is so strong. Okay, so let's take a step back. Just right now, take a step back. Take a look at your planning. If you need to pause this or you need to work on it this week, I really want you to make sure you've got the right structure to what you're doing. And remember, our structuring is you have a mission. That's what you're looking at for the year. We structure that in December. That's why we bring a lot of new members on in December, November and December. And then we lose a few here and there because this is truly, you got to stick with it, okay? You got to stick with it. That's why one of the 7 P's is patience. So we're working through it. If you just started or you started this year, that's great. Don't worry. This is a great time to start understanding the philosophies. You can go read the book Mission Driven that I've written that's up in there. You can do your values check. It's a great time to do an overall check where you're at. And if you're new, kind of, okay, what do I want to do the rest of the year? What do I want to do? Okay, where are you at? What's the mission for the rest of the year? I know I want to get my new book, Sober Weekends, done. I want to get a little better at running. Those are things that are right in front of me, and we're getting ready for a big launch at the end of this year. Those are the things that I'm focused on. So, trying to get the YouTube going, some blogging going, so we're getting a big list ready to go for the end of the year. Okay, where are you at with the things that you're doing? That's what I want you to be thinking about now. And if you're just joining us, perfect time, because now you're going to have time, to go through the end of the summer and into the fall and start getting into our September, October, November planning period, which really makes the next year great. Okay, so you're at a great time to start learning our vocabulary and the things that we do. And for those of you who've been with me for years and years and years, this is where things just start getting better. Okay, obviously, I'll be asking about the planner. What do you want to change in there? I know Jurgen and Vitas have some ideas, and they're doing some great stuff. What do you need to make this even better for you going into 2025? Okay, this is where we're going to start talking about systems and tools and things that you need so I can bring them to you. You can tell I'm excited. I'm just excited about what we're doing, and I'm excited you're here because why? Well, it's allowing me to focus on self-expression. And that's what I want to get into a little bit today. This month is about self-expression. It's about you being you, putting yourself out there and allowing yourself to be the best version that you can be, okay? And we've got people all over the world doing all kinds of different things. But the one thing we've got to focus on is you and being the best that you can possibly be. I just don't know any better feeling that when you're doing the things and you're checking the boxes to be the best you can be, how awesome that is. I know when I anchor down and things aren't working, it's because I'm not being the best that I can be. I'm doing things that aren't allowing me to be the best. When I'm working on my self-care and listening to CoachCast and waking up and checking boxes and doing my plan, I feel amazing. When I'm not doing those things, okay, maybe I go out and have a few drinks. For my birthday, we went to a Metallica concert. I had a few drinks, stayed up pretty late. Boy, did I not feel good for a few days, okay? That's just not my thing. My buddies, I'll give you a good example. Florida Panthers last week won the Stanley Cup. They were up all night. So for a few days, they weren't feeling good. But You have some of those times. It's okay. That's why I'm with you all the time. Because what do? We pick it back up. We get going again, and we get back into our metaphysical morning ritual. Why? So we can self-express, so we can be our best selves. And how do we do that? Well, number one is to be authentic. I want you to be authentically you, whatever that is. The other day we had somebody, get upset about the book study because it didn't work for them or whatever. And I'll talk a little bit about that tomorrow. But at the end of the day, I get it. Like if it's not you and Morning Coach isn't you, that's okay. We love you still. But I want you to feel that you can be very unique and be very authentic here at Morning Coach. It's really important to me that you're able to be yourself. There is no cookie cutter person, right? It's all about us finding that authentic true self. And that's where you're able to self-express, which leads me to being able to express your style, whatever that is. You need to find what works for you. I have a particular style, and I typically wear particular clothes and am the way that I am, and that's my style. I want to express myself. And then you want to share your work. Get it out there, whatever it is. That's why I'm so excited about the future of Morning Coach, because it's my work. I'm love sharing it. And let me step back, because it's no longer mine. This is why I love it so much, because it's community driven. This work is 19 years, going on 20 years in 2025 of a community driven system. It would be very arrogant for me to take credit for it. I just started the thing. The snowball is you, right? And everybody getting involved. And as the community gets better, it's just awesome. And so it allows me to share my work. Which leads me to the fourth point that I want you to get today, is that you need the right support in order to do this, okay? In order to put that out there. Now, some of you have been with me for years, and I've told you the story about Pilar and painting. She wanted to express herself with painting, and she went and got the art supplies at the art store at Michael's. I'll never forget this, like 20-some years ago, maybe about 18 years ago. And, I'll never forget, in the house, she painted this thing, and at the end of it, she said, you know what, it's not very good. And I said, yeah, it's pretty bad. And she put those painting supplies, it hurts me. It really hurts me that this happened. She put those painting supplies up in the attic. I'll never forget when I was moving that I was looking in the attic to get all the stuff, right? So I was getting ready to move out. And I was up in that attic, and there was that painting and all those painting supplies. This is like, 12 years later. And it was devastating for me because I didn't give her the right support to go forward and do what she wanted to do, to self-express. Now imagine if I would have been there and patted her on the back and said, yeah, everybody start somewhere, and been the real Morning Coach that I should have been, and said, hey, everybody start somewhere. It's okay. 13 years later, could you imagine how great a painter she would have been? Maybe not the best, but she'd have been a hell of a lot better than she was that day. So it's really important that, and this is why I started Morning Coach. I mean, it's another one of the reasons, right? Is that you get the right support, because even the people that love you the most can hurt you when it comes to self-expression. And so the 4 points that I want you to take away today as we work together here is, number one, be authentic. Try to find you as much as possible. And I know that can be challenging sometimes, but who are you? What are you about? Let's find your style. What's your style? Who are you about? And then let's start sharing your work. And there are going to be people out there that don't like it. There's billions of people in the world. Don't worry about the ones that don't. Worry about the ones that do. Love the one you're with. And then get the right support. And that is what Morning Coach is about. We're here to support you. Use the new mobile apps. Use the new community. Get in the new things the discussions that we're doing. I don't want to overwhelm you. I never want to overwhelm you here, but I'm going to bring more and more and more to this system, because I want you to have what you need. And that's why we're going to bring it, right? But if you're brand new, don't get overwhelmed. I mean, there's a ton of stuff going on here. Just stick with your basics, show up, work on your plan a little bit, get the planner working, print it out, get the structure in place. But gosh, I just want you to be the best that you could possibly be. You want to help Morning Coach? Go out there and be the best you can possibly be. Your success is our success. That's why I love this system so much. It's all of us working together to build something really special. So let's get out there and have a great week. It's a week of self-expression. Let's step back and think about where we're at this month. Do your rosebud thorn. Do your life wheel. Are you where you want to be? Is the plan going according to plan? If it's not, today is the day we make changes. Okay? We start focusing this week on making changes to the plan. We got a month to really finish the year strong. Got it? You with me? Let's do this. Express yourself by being your best self. That's what we're doing today. I love you. I'll be back with more tomorrow right here as we get into the new book study. Get out there, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow right here on morningcoach.com. Go do it.